I don't know what I want yet. I'm not sure. I do like this design, but I think it's about time we choose some other blocks for this. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome to my world. We're here, we're doing things back on FTB Direwolf, and today we're going to work on something different than power. We're not going to do power today, and that's just because we kind of need the supplies for it. Now, before we jump into that, let me show you what I'm talking about a little bit. If we take a look at some of the I can't spell. Spelling. If we take a look at some of the generators, we have a few things. Like the disenchantment generator, I assume, generates power based on items that can be disenchanted. So it takes enchantments off of items and generates power from them. Which we can actually get those enchantments from a mob farm, which is really, really good. Ender generator, I assume Ender Pearls is kind of how that works. We have the explosive generator, which we've already talked about. I need gunpowder for, so we can get gunpowder from one of those. Frosty generator, we can't really do anything with there. Furnace, maybe if we do it right, we could do like a cold thing so we can get some coal going. Again, power doesn't really matter. We can get more power if we use something better. Maybe blaze rods, we could be a thing. Maybe, I don't know, some other thing. Halitosis is, I don't remember what you put in here for that. I'm not sure. I looked it up and I saw it somewhere, but I don't know what halitosis is. So I don't know. Heated redstone is another one I'm not completely familiar with. I assume it's like destabilized redstone which is basically what you get. Let's see if that's even a thing. Destable. No, apparently it's not. Apparently destable. I don't know. I don't know what that would be. But my point is just that we need to get items from a mob farm in order to get some of these generators going. So I need to get that working. We need one of our own. And that's kind of the idea that we're running with. So what I want to do is, I don't have an elevator, do I? We don't have any like elevator blocks. No, we do not. RF Tools has an elevator, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So I don't know how exactly it's going to work at the moment. But up top here, we have so far 3 floors plus the top surface, which like I said, might be farms or something. I'm not sure what's going to be up here. And I do have a design in mind for the whole place. Sort of. It's one of those half designs. I kind of sort of know what I want it to look like, but I don't know the exact materials to use. So since I haven't made that decision, that's not what we're going to do today. But we do have the 3 floors, and I know this is going to be power generation. One of them is going to be the magic, like Botania. Another one's probably going to be, I don't know, AE2 stuff or storage possibly. Which is a huge storage area, but yeah, we can decorate it. We can make it look a little fancy and spread things out a little bit, so we could take up the whole thing. We don't need much for that, so a 3rd floor could be there. And we could have other things, of course, other mods and everything that need and deserve their own floor. We have plenty of extra room to do so, but all the way down here at the bottom, this is kind of where I want to do the mob farm. Because even if we do continue the pattern of smaller and smaller floors all the way down, which probably won't be a thing, actually. It's pretty cool what we have now, but in order to keep that going, we would have very, 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 very tiny, itty-bitty floors by the time we got down here. So that wouldn't be able to be a thing. But even if we did, this floor doesn't need to be all that big. Like, we went out really, really far over here. We don't need to do that. This was a test. And I can keep it lit up so we don't have to worry about mob spawns further back. But really what I want to do is just kind of dig out a little bit of the area. And I'm not sure how far back to go. I'm thinking, see, I don't know, it's pretty big. I kind of want to keep it sort of this big. Let's see. So, hold on. Let me do this. First of all, we need to get all this out of the way. Because I kind of want to show you a little bit what I'm thinking for the mob farm. Because I think it'll be pretty cool if... I'm not worried about the glowstone. We don't need that down here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to be digging down more anyway. But what I'm thinking is actually that you fall straight down the middle. We're going to dig this stuff out too. Light blue hardened clay is not what we want to decorate this. Well, it might be. I don't know. But not like this. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to be decorated at the moment. But I think it would be pretty cool if we just like fell down here and we just like fall, bam. And then when we look at the walls, we see like just drawers stacked full of all of the items we can get from the mob farms, and slightly above that is where all the mobs are dying. I think that would be really, really cool. So what I need to do is actually dig out the floor a little bit. I tell you what we're going to do, actually. We're going to do break line and do 2 levels at a time. Because if you don't remember, break line does a 1 up and 1 down from the block I aim at. So in this case, there isn't one above the block, but there is one below it. So we can actually dig out 2 levels at a time by doing this, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I want to be able to drop down and actually get the drawers, like see all of the drawers and all of the items that we can get from these mobs from down here. And what we can also do with it, whoopsie, didn't mean to break a hole in that wall. What we can also do with it is, because the drawers are going to be in the wall and lower than the mob farm itself, we can go behind them. We'll probably have some kind of a doorway back here. And we can dig behind the drawers so we can actually get the items. We can pull the items out, whatever items we need, such as gunpowder and these other things, and actually send it up into whatever farm we need it to go into. So we can send gunpowder to the TNT crafter, we can send the ender pearls into the ender generator, and we can send the other stuff. You get what I'm saying. But the other thing that I need in order to do that is some kind of item transport system, and I don't remember what it is that can do that. I know it's possible. I know there is a machine that can do that. It's, transceiver. Transceiver is a thing. It is. Good. Dimensional transceiver. This guy right here is capable of doing what we need it to do. So we might be using a lot of those, but this is what's going to allow us to actually do what we need to do and actually send the items all the way up. So now that we know what we can do with that, we can actually break out the walls. Do I want 2 or 3? I think this is going to be the floor. How many items are we going to get? I really don't know. Like, not how many items per hour kind of a thing, just how many different types of items. I don't remember what it... Actually, I tell you what, we can actually go check this out. If we go back to spawn here, One Handy Andy has set up, and again, a link in the description, he's done a lot of stuff on the server. I don't know... I think he's a streamer. I think he streams now. So if you check his YouTube channel, he doesn't actually do anything on YouTube so much anymore. But he does do streaming, I believe. I'm not 100% on that. But there's a link to his channel or something down there. You'll be able to find what you need from it. But if we take a look over here, he has already set one of these up. A little bit of glitchy there. Don't worry about that. But what we can do is actually go down here to see all of the items we're going to get. Like these guys right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 26. Not 27, but 26. There are 26 different items. This guy has been going on forever. Okay? So much time. And this is basically everything we're going to get from a mob farm. So we have 26 different items that we need to account for. So we can actually plan this out. Now that he has already done that, we can see about... where to put things as far as the drawers and the doors to go behind the drawers, or we can even use the sneaky false blocks, which we'll take a look at here in a minute, actually. If we go right here, I should have some more of them. I need to, 5 more, okay. Let's just do 4 for now, and I can craft more later, actually, as well. What is it, stone and a slime ball? No problem. Yeah, I can get a bunch of those. So we'll do that later, but I do have those so we can actually hide the doors completely, 100% of the way. Woohoo, I made it. All right, so now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, well, what is these? It's like 5 across, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I need 26, right? So 2, 4, 6. So I need 2 more on 3 of the sides, which means one side can be, well, actually, we have room for 4 per side. And we need 6 of them, right? So, I don't know, maybe we'll do only... the left. We'll go from left to right, and then the right side gap that we have, the 2-block gap, that will be the door to go back and behind it, behind the drawers like so. So that way we can do our work and stuff. And I think that'll be pretty good. Let's see if we can get this set up real quick. But I do need to dig out a little bit. I do need to go craft all of the drawers. So I tell you what, let me go ahead and do this part of it off camera a little bit, and then I'll see you back once we got some more of this set up. Okay, so here we are down in the bottom, and what we have are 26 drawers. Okay, we have 26 drawers here, and now the bottom of this is probably not going to stay jungle wood. It's just kind of what I have on me at the moment. I want to close it off so you kind of get the full feel of what I'm going for here. So we only have the one row of like as far as not having double. We don't need double. We have 26 total, which is fine, just fine. But what we do need, I think, is, I don't know if, I'll tell you what we can do, actually, possibly. I want to be able to put in the materials, the items myself. I want to be able to right-click on the drawer controller to put items into this thing automatically without any issues, without any troubles. And the way we need to do that... this is a little bit rough. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do it. I would love for it to be in the middle. Just look down and right click, but the drawer controller cannot be faced upwards. It has to be straight across, and I don't want one side to be dominant. So I don't want to go, you know, just like right here on the side and be like, oh, look, oh, well, it's done, you know, and double right click. That would work. It would work just fine, and there's no problems with that, but that's not how I want it to be done. So I'm a little bit of a bind right now, but I'll think about that in you know, future or whatever. So what I want to do is actually, I want to have sneaky blocks right here. The sneaky false blocks. So you can't really tell that there's anything there. And then we can have our little door, basically, where it'll be a corner. And again, I don't think it'll be decorated with jungle blocks, but I'll be able to walk right into it and actually get to what I need back here and go around to the drawers themselves and actually take out stuff that I need. And then I can just easily walk right back through. So that'll work out pretty well. I'll be able to go all the way around. I'm going to have it a full circle most likely. Probably dug out a couple. Why do you keep glitching on me? It's just the Psy gun you used 18 million times before. It's not complicated. The game is irritating me a little bit. Can you tell? There it goes. Look, lag spike. Oh, am I crashed now? Nope, I'm back. I know you can't see much back here, which I do apologize for. If this lag thing keeps happening, I'm going to have to restart the game. I don't know why it's happening. Probably because I have gone between dimensions so many times today already. But it is what it is. We'll work through it. Now, what I want to do, though, is be able... And again, I know you can't see. I'm trying... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's try this again. Thank you. Now we'll go back to break one. I need to remember that I always have to switch my spells around, which I just don't ever remember to do for some reason. But anyway, so now that we have this, I can... Oh, you're not done yet. There we go. You're not the invisible blocks, are you? No, you're not. This guy over here is the invisible blocks. Yeah, you are. Okay. So that might be a little hard to tell, actually, which one. I'll have to mark it somehow when we're back there. But that's kind of what I'm looking for. And I may even go one further as far as right this second and just kind of coat these guys. And again, jungle is not going to be the block choice permanently. I just don't know what else to use yet. I don't have a design in my mind, so we're going to use this until something else comes. But aside from that, this is going to be kind of the front face. And again, we're going to have something in the floor too. But I don't know, like I said, I don't have a design in mind. So we're just playing with stuff for now. And once we get something settled, that'll be good. But yeah, see, it doesn't work. It doesn't look too bad. Even if we did keep it with jungle, it's really not all that bad. As long as the floor is something different. The floor can't be jungle too. But I would like to change up at least the stuff on the bottom row here is probably going to change to a different material, probably some kind of stone or whatever other material I want to use in this dimension is for design. But if we go, now I want to go back actually. So let's see, because we're going to have the spikes right here all the way around, which is going to be a lot of iron actually, but I should be okay. I should be able to get it just for this at least. But let's see, how many back? What, like, because it's gonna be a full surrounded thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll start with 5 for now, and we're gonna go back 5. First of all, I got to get to the spikes. Basically, the spikes all the way around are going to be in this row. Probably even the corners. Maybe not the corners. Probably the corners just because it'll look better. but it'll be okay. Yeah, okay, so actually, I don't know. You're going to be something else, actually. You're probably going to be, oh, right, that's going to be back behind it. So I guess what? I guess we'll do this for the corners. Okay, and bloop. Give me the dirt. And we'll go back to break line and go around. Like so. Oh, I don't know why I'm going around like that. Psh, I forgot about my magnet, man. Magnets are important. Bloop. And then back to this. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Oh, that's right. False blocks. Ha ha ha. I forgot. Can we place against false blocks? We actually can't. Shift click. That's because it's basically setting the block. I'm setting the block over and over again to the same one or whatever. So it's a thing. But anyway, so I need to dig out. I want, what did I say? 5, right? This is currently the spike level. This is the spike row that's going to go all the way around, right? And then the only one that's dug out fully is this guy. So we have an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for every single one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Shoot. False blocks. Dang it. Glad it didn't mess up too much. It could have been a lot worse. So much worse. Crapo. Alright, so now what I need to do is coat the top of this. Again, the design is not done down here. And I haven't worked out anything else as far as the drawer controller and the controller slave. But I'm thinking something about the corners. I want one in the middle. I still don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't know. I'm still working that one out. But now that dirt is selected, I can actually go ahead. I should be able to do this. Okay, yeah. 7 by 7 is what I want because I want all of this, everything, to be coated with dirt. I do have a... That is not what I wanted to be coated with dirt, though. That's not exactly what it was. Thank you. Now you can break. There we go. That's better. Let me go here. Oh, Conjure Light's already selected. What do you know? Perfect. All right, so, yes. But if we're doing this, like so... Oh, I don't have any... I have no more dirt? Really? That is unfortunate. Oh, let me up. Let me... Oh, you know what? I can teleport up there. Bloop. It's pretty easy. Pretty simple. I like it. But the other thing that I have is if you look in my inventory down there while I'm grabbing myself some dirt, I have some black petals that I need to turn into dye. The reason I need to turn it into dye is because I need dark glass. And we take a look at how to make it. It's basically any kind of a black dye and glass, either quite clear glass or sand or something like that. So I need to go get a bunch of sand. I need to hook up my alloy smelter, which I think is already hooked up in this place. Oh, of course, I have no more inventory room. I kind of guessed as much, but that's fine. There we go. But now everything's dirt. So I need to get the dark glass into here, and we're going to put it right on top of these guys. And that way, it doesn't matter how many lights we put into this room, so we can see the rest of it is not going to be lit up from that. It's going to remain dark, which is, I think it's required. I'm not 100%. It may not actually have to be dark, but I think it does. I really don't know. But in any case, it doesn't really matter. Actually, let me go to the trash can here. Let me get rid of, oh, stone. No. I want regular stone. Regular stone is actually handy in a few cases, and when I mine with the Psy, the CAD device thing, I actually get cobblestone back. So it's pretty good that I actually am getting this stuff. So let me go ahead and put all this stone and everything away. Hopefully we're not running out of room in this place. Conjured block, of course. Let me put this back down because I don't want to ruin anything. Bloop, there we go. Oh, look, and it changed to blue. Ooh, there's an interesting way to go ahead and get some blue things back. I was talking about that a long time ago actually, about how I could have 2 separate Psy guns, one for the blue lights when it fits into the design and one for the red lights that I'm using all the time. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty nifty. But anyway, I also really need to get a bunch more of these guys as well, which is not something I'm looking forward to doing because they take a lot of resources and energy and time, but I do need them. I need to get them done, so we'll have to look into that in the future. Hopefully sometime soon, but no guarantees. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is actually, in order to get the dye that I need for the alloy smelter here, which I already have some glass in here. I didn't know I had glass in here. Do I have any sand? I don't have much. But what I can do is basically I put you back in there. Oh, you're smelting it again. Probably into... Oh, I haven't made it into dye yet. You're going to be quite clear glass probably. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I think you need to be quite clear glass in order for me to actually smelt you together. But I need the pestle and... I don't have one. Pestle and mortar. You. I don't have a bowl either. Of course I don't have a bowl. That would be too easy, I guess. Anyway, so what I can do is go ahead. We're just going to do one stack for now. But this gives us a whole bunch of floral dye. So then I can go ahead. Why'd you give that back? Shouldn't you have stayed there? Maybe not. I don't know. Stop. And then put you up there. And you don't go in with it. You do, though. But you don't. So I do actually have to smelt this glass into quite clear glass in order for it to work. But basically, for every 4 of these, I get 1 of these. So I'm going to need a bunch of these guys, actually. But as you can see, it doesn't take too incredibly long to smelt one thing. So it should be fine. But here's some dark glass. We can go ahead and just use this one. It's going to take a little while to get all of the everything that I need in order to get all of the dark glass that I want. But we have started... And the only way it's really not too big of a deal for me to get this stuff because of the fact that these are really easy to get. And this is a suggestion that I got in the past about it. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. In order to get more of the flowers here, to get more of the petals. So all I have to do is use one petal to plant into the ground, bone meal it, and then I come back with 4. So... It's pretty crazy. You get a lot of petals back pretty easily that way. So it's pretty cool. But I do need to go ahead. I don't know how far along on the glass I'm going to get. But we do need to look into this. And we need to look into the wall. I need to decorate the wall first before I do any of the other stuff. And that way we don't have to worry about too much of the other stuff. So, too much of the other stuff. We don't have to worry about decorating the wall while I'm... you know, trying to put down the cursed earth or anything, which, by the way, is what's going to be on here, as well as something else. So, yeah, it's better just to have this decorated now. And I need to think about how I want it to be decorated. And I don't know the answer to that question, truthfully. I don't really know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute, what? Oh, right, spikes here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then, so it's supposed to be 7 is with me taking it down. So that'll be 7 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to go with this whole line and then we're done. I wasn't quite paying attention when I was breaking this wall down. But I do need to pay attention now. It should be right there. Nope, not right there. Okay. And the only reason it's hard to tell is because some of this is dirt. And some of this is dirt, but the other stuff is stone, so it should be okay. Now, as far as design goes on the back wall of this, and of course the ceiling too, which I'm gonna have to get into, I don't know what I want yet. I'm not sure. I do like this design, but I think it's about time we choose some other blocks for this. It could be logs. I do like to play with logs, but that means it's all wood, which isn't a problem down here. There's no fire, but I'm thinking some kind of stone if I can swing it. Maybe some hardened clay is actually a thing I could do. Because there is a mesa pretty close to spawn. Oh, look, we're full. All yellows. Dang it. I got to go all the way down to remove some types out of here. Why are you sorted by... There we go. That's what I'm looking for. This guy's going to come out and help us here in a little while. But until then, we need to remove some other stuff. Like you guys. Oh, not you. And you, and you, and you. Do we have petals? I think we have a lot of petals already. So just by taking these guys and turning them into petals. These guys I don't think can. I don't know what they do. I think they're just like light sources. I'm not sure. But these guys can be converted. And now we have a couple things. So we have a little bit of room. That's how I'm like kind of getting rid of my stuff or whatever. But anyway, so let me go ahead and kind of deal with a little bit more. Get some more sand so I can get some more dark clear glass and get some more petals so I can do that too, and maybe some hardened clay. I'm thinking, what kind of hardened clay do I have left? Because I already started using it. In case you're not familiar, oh wait, one more up. This is the hardened clay. How did the pigmen get here? That's weird. I get pigmen too? That is a little bit discerning. I could have sworn there were regular mobs too. There's no portal here, which is why I'm curious about how the heck I got a pigment out of it. I really don't know. But let me get some work done and I'll bring it back. I'll make some choices, do some things, collect some stuff. We'll see where we're at when I come back. Okay, check this out. Look. We have a dragon head. No, I did not kill a dragon. Yeah, the elytra doesn't really work. It's not really all that important. Now, here you go. She's being really, really nice to me now because I don't know, she just is. But like she wasn't killing me this time. This time she was putting fire resistance, and regeneration and underwater breathing on me. And she came by and gave this, and I assume this was for you guys. She says, I was like, thanks, no problem. See, people, I'm nice. That was for you guys. She wants you to know that she's a nice person. Because I guess parts of it were shown in my video where she was pranking me and trolling me a little bit. And somebody left a comment. They're like, I really love how Melissa Craft trolls you. It keeps her episode really, really entertaining. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. It does. You got poisoned and stuff. It was like a ticking. I don't know. It's crazy. But this is pretty cool. Now we have a dragon head. In case you don't know, which I'm sure most of you already know this because you most likely keep up with vanilla stuff more often than I do, or more reliably than I do. But if you apply a redstone signal to the dragon head, it actually moves. So I don't know if this redstone signal is actually going to do anything for this. It doesn't seem like it is. It's still going up and down. It's still fine. So I can kind of turn that off and the dragon head doesn't move anymore. Can we have it stuck open? I can, look! Now the dragon head is stuck open with a mouth open. I didn't know it did that. Anyway, so I'm really not all that much further, especially not with this. I need that and, oh, crapo. Don't do that. Don't make that out of sand. I have a bunch of the dark clear glass actually already down there. So one batch of regular glass shouldn't hurt anything. At least I hope not. Finish already so I can clear you out of there and then you can start making the dark glass again. Good. Okay. Glass, go away. So we do have 32 of these, and I thought about something actually that is a very good point that I'm glad I made to myself, because the walls in the back, right now they're polished andesite because I do like the way polished andesite looks, but it doesn't have to be fully decorated because, one, mobs are going to be spawning in the way, and they're going to be spawning a lot. Well, maybe. It may not be hugely... Yeah, it should be a decent amount, but maybe not so much as to obfuscate the wall. But it's also going to be pitch black in here. It's going to be completely dark behind the glass, which is what we need. We need it to be. So that's a thing, but it means the wall doesn't really matter so much. If I shift right click now, it's on the polished andesite, so we can go bloop and just kind of, I'm just coating the entire inside of this thing as polished andesite. Probably losing a little bit because we are taking, you know, the stone and everything, but that's fine. I have a bunch. Oh, I don't have enough. I don't have the right block. Yeah, I don't know. I have a bunch of andesite, so it's not really that big of a deal. I should be able to coat the entirety of it. I should be able to finish the wall of glass here fairly shortly. Maybe not, I don't know. It'd probably take another 20 minutes of my time, but that's not a big deal. It's getting there. It's getting there. So we should be okay to turn this guy on soon enough. I do still need to set these guys up, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem, and then I can show you what's going on with this guy here in a little bit. Alright, so this might be the completed farm, but I have been having a little bit of lag issues, so if we see any of that, I do apologize. It's something I've got to deal with. But as you can see here, we have a huge amount of extreme vector plates, which if you take a look, you can just put a fast vector plate in any quantity, basically. And I just put a stack of them right in the middle of the grid. Shift clicked, I got the whole stack back in the next version, so it's not a problem. Same with the regular vector plates, and it's pretty good. Now, to make these guys, you just need some kind of stone, andesite, gravel, or not gravel, but andesite, granite, diorite, as you can see there, some kind of stone thing. And regular stone, I assume, works. There it is. and sugar and slime balls. Now, slime balls I've been getting from the slime trees that I am growing up top, which you can't see at the moment. We're not going to go up there and check them out. Just trust me, they're growing up there. And the sugar, which I actually got from the original mob farm. So that's pretty cool. They're getting a huge quantity of it, and we should be good to go as far as that's concerned. Now, one of the benefits of these guys is that we do indeed get spawns on top of this block, even though these guys are placed on top. They do not take away from the spawn of the mobs or whatever. So we can still get spawns in here, which is really, really good. Because what we need to do is actually, I need to go back up top and get one of the, what is it called? The things. Crap, what is it called? Cursed? No. Shoot, I forget what it's called. God, I need one. I need to look it up. You know what? There's a quantity of 1. I only have 1 of them. Drop of evil. That's what it's called. So I need 1 drop of evil. I actually should get a couple of them because this, I don't believe, is going to cover the entire thing. But I should have everything we need. First of all, you have the vector plates going into the spikes, as you can see there. We have the 4 chests, which I need to drop these guys so that we can actually open the chest. And I need to do that on every single edge. That was just so I could get these spikes in there. Oh, crap. That was not what I wanted to do. So we have the chests over here. As you can see, they're collecting things, and they're going to be putting them into either the drawer controller or the controller slave that's on this side. So we're good to go as far as that is concerned. But as you can see here, the look of the spikes actually changed. It was 1 ring around, and that's because I actually got a spawn in here while I was doing all this. I had to break some of the lighting sources and put them back and blah, blah, blah. At one point, I broke one, didn't put it back, went up top, came back down, and there was a spider that spawned, and it couldn't die on this. So I need something that can actually kill the spider. Pardon the interruption. Also, I am going pretty fast, and that's only because we're right here near the end of the episode, and there is probably some background noise. Today's been such a difficult day for me, recording-wise, and just a terrible week, really. This is probably the worst week I've ever lived through. All real talk, there you go. I mean, I can't avoid anything. Everything's just hitting me all at one time, and it's really, really not good. But I'm just going to push through. We're going to persevere. We're going to keep going. But as I was saying, the spiders weren't dying on the 1 ring of spikes around the outside, so I had to increase it to a size where they would indeed die. They would fall down into the spikes and get killed. That's what we need. So, yeah. So that's what I've done. That's why it's here. Hopefully this works, and hopefully we don't have any trouble. What I need to do now is a couple of things. 1, I need to break all the light sources. And 2, now that I have the drop of evil here, is this all of them? I believe it should be all of them. There. Oh, we got some light coming through, and I don't. Oh, it's probably just from over here. I wonder if that's a thing. You see how there's a little bit of light coming through the spikes? Is that a visual thing, or is it an actual thing? I don't know the answer to that. Let's go around the outside over here before we drop down the drop of evil. Light is a 6 right here. But it does go down around the outside. Oh, here's an 8. Okay, they're not going to spawn on the spike, but they can still spawn right here. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. Even though I think it is real light. I should remove it, and I might, but I think it's just the light sources here shining through the spikes. So what I need to do is actually, like, remove this guy, but I don't really want to do that because then we get spawns down here as well. I could slab the area. I could do various things, but at the moment, I think we're going to be okay. I don't think... yeah, so you actually do have some spawns down here. If we do it, like, over here, how is this going to work? How will that look up top? That's the question. Because right there is fine. Right there should be fine, and that prevents all spawns from down here. But how does it do at preventing spawns up top? Because we don't want it to do that. If we go back up here, I don't know. I think it looks okay. But now what I need to do is actually, I'm going to go ahead and just drop it down right here. The drop of evil. I need to have this. I need to make sure I can get through. Go and then, yeah. Okay, there we go. And then, bloop, bloop. There we go. So now it's closed off. And as you can see, we are indeed getting spawns. Oh, I need to turn off my thing because I'm picking up all of them. As you might, you know, expect. Oh, crappo. We're not getting any of this. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I forgot. I need these guys to be hooked up. Do I have any trim on me? I do. I do have trim. Okay, let's do this then. Where's my... You're the drawer controller. I need you. Break. And then trim. There we go. So it'll look a little bit different, but I think it's okay. It's not too incredibly noticeable. And as you can see here, now items are indeed coming in. And I can go ahead and grab this guy out of there. Because you are wood planks and we're good. Good. Good, 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 good. So now I can actually do it this way. This is the other thing. I can go to my controller slave or that controller and I can just hold right click. And all of the items are just right here. Now there's a couple benefits of having the farm down this low, and that is the fact that now, not only can we come down here and just kind of see them, apparently the spiders are still not going to die. I'm going to have to work through that, and I don't know how to do it at the moment. Really kind of unfortunate. I think they'll die sometimes. Like, some of them will die. I think they'll eventually die. I think we'll be okay eventually. Some of the friends of the spiders will push them into it. We might have one or two lingering there, but we should be okay. But the other benefit to this is that the noise, the sound is not going to travel very far. So it's all the way down at the bottom. We're only going to hear them all die when we're actually down here. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good thing. I don't need the dirt either. Dirt is not a thing. Why are you... Oh, crap! That's the other thing that I need to fix. I'm glad I remembered about it. Give me you. Take my trim here. And we're going to go like this. Because this is where the trim actually needs to be. There. And... there. Okay, now we should be good. Now it should be able to go into all of the drawers. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to spread. Hopefully, it should be close enough to reach everything. We'll have to see. I gotta make sure everything's going and leaving the drawers. I believe it is, for now at least. And at some point, we are gonna have to come back here and add in filters to this. Why are you guys not being taken out? Automatic insert. Controller slave. And you guys aren't either. Oh! Because I didn't do this. Ha ha ha! There we go. Now you will. Now you should. There we go. Okay, see? There's a whole lot of problems I had to fix. Now this episode is a lot longer than I wanted it to be. Of course, it's kind of how it happens for me. I do apologize, but we'll deal. We'll get through it. But as you can see here, we should now... Wow, all the lag. Holy crap. What in the... What is happening? Holy man, that was weird. Alright, anyway. So, if you did like the episode, don't let that like button get lonely and subscribe to see more. Check out the Patreon and donation links down below. Thank you for watching. Do what you do, and I will see you next time. Peace out, peeps.